Kryptonians, and welcome to, I guess you could call it a thank you video that I wanted to put together for you guys. I'm not going to make this an extra long video. I'm not going to take up too much of your time. But recently, I think a few days ago, I passed 900 subs. I think it was Sunday. Can't actually remember. I'm a little bit scatterbrained nowadays. Point is, I just passed 900 subs, and that's a big milestone for me because at the beginning of this year, I said that I had a goal that I was going to try to get to 1,000 subs by the end of the year. The fact that I'm over 900 and we're close to the end of the year, that tells me that I'm very close to my goal. I think it's awesome, and I just wanted to do a little bit of a thank you video to the people that have been subscribed to me for a while. Thank you. I appreciate it. You've been with me on this journey. It's been really fun. Love what I do. I love creating content. I love creating videos and getting them out there to you guys. For anybody that's new to the channel, welcome. Thank you for signing up. Definitely got a lot of fun stuff planned. If you helped me get to this point in any way, shape, or form, if you have liked a video, shared a video, subscribed to my channel, just wanted to say thank you. You guys have no idea how much that means to me. It means a lot. And I wanted to take this opportunity to do a few announcements per se and also explain my rating system. First announcement is that whenever I do pass 1,000 subs, I'm probably not going to be advertising on Facebook as much. Right now I advertise a lot of my videos on Facebook and I post them in a lot of different groups. Like I just spam a lot of different groups. I think when I get to 1,000 subs, I'm not going to do that as much. I might pick like 5 groups that I think it's good to advertise in, and then I might have a main post where I still tag a bunch of people. But other than that, I'm not going to be pushing the videos on Facebook as much. I will, however, still be advertising my videos on Twitter and back on Instagram, which I actually haven't been on Instagram in a couple of months. I'm still going to advertise it there, so if you guys want to see my videos there, definitely I'm going to leave the link to my Twitter and to my Instagram in the description for this video so you can check those out. I also wanted to announce that I have a lot of videos coming up. I have a video where I'm going to break down Star Wars and my thoughts and feelings on Disney Star Wars before we get to Rise of Skywalker in December. It is 2019. We're reaching the end of the decade. We're about to start a new one. So starting in December, I have a series of videos where I'm going to be breaking down my top 10 of different categories for the decade. Video coming out where I break down my top 10 favorite comic book films of the decade. Then I have top 10 favorite TV shows of the decade. Obviously, this is all going to culminate in me giving you my top 10 favorite films of the decade, which I'm going to try to wait till the end of December to have that list out. Also, I am going to be taking video requests. So if you have a request for a video that you'd like me to do, it can be anything. It can be movies, TVs, news. It could be an opinion video that you want to hear my opinion on. Give me all the video requests that you want down in the comment section. I'm going to be picking about 5 of those video requests. Do my best to get those videos out before the end of the year as well. So video requests, whatever you want me to do, whatever you want me to talk about, just spam it, spam the comment section, and just give me a bunch of different ideas. I feel like it's a good time to explain my rating system because obviously I wear the Superman beanie. A lot of times I have a Superman ring on. Sometimes I'm wearing a Superman shirt. You guys know how obsessed I am with Superman and how much I love DC, and I wanted to explain my rating system because people who might click on the video and then they subscribe and they see this rating system, they might be like, I don't know what this means. What the hell? What? And I figured this is as good a time as any to break down why my rating system is the way it is. Keep in mind that a rating is not more important than the review itself. What I'm actually saying about the movie or TV show or whatever is way more important than what I actually give it at the end of the day. Because I wanted to do a rating system and I wanted to base it on my love of Superman, and I wanted to do something that was different than everybody else who give letter grades or they give it out of 5 or they give it out of 10. I decided to make mine based on the lore of Superman. And this is lore both in comics and in pop culture, like TV, movies, whatever. And so I cover a wide base here, so let's get started. My highest rating is obviously Superman Prime. If you don't know who Superman Prime or Superman Prime 1 million or Superman 1 million is, he is an alternative version of Superman in the comics. He's one of the most powerful versions of Superman to ever been created. It's an alternate future version of Superman that is able to travel the universe and accumulate a lot of weird powers. This is a Superman that spends 15,000 years in the sun. Basically, he sun dips. When he comes out, he's omnipotent. He's like basically a god. And this is a Superman that can do a bunch of different things. He can time travel. He can warp reality. He was able to bring Lois Lane back to life and give her superpowers. I figured this would be a fun way to incorporate my highest rating for my channel. So if I give a movie a Superman Prime, that means I'm saying that it is great. It is awesome. It is amazing. It's a great film. I love it. I barely have any flaws with it. If I do have flaws with it, it doesn't take away from my enjoyment of the movie, and I think it's great. Now, keep in mind, not all Superman Primes are created equal. If I give 2 films a Superman Prime, doesn't mean I view them the same. I might view one as higher than the other. Doesn't mean they're guaranteed to make my top 10 list. If I give a movie a Superman Prime, that means that just like one of the more powerful versions of Superman, Superman Prime 1 million, that it's amazing and it can do no wrong. And that's essentially what Superman Prime is. is. Second highest rating is Man of Steel Silver Age. Now, I base this one a little bit on the Silver Age Superman, which basically is an era of comics where Superman had a bunch of really ridiculous powers. Go back and you look at the Reeves Superman movies, his version is based on a lot of concepts that you can find in the Silver Age for Superman comics. This is my rating that basically means I think the movie is really good. I think it's well made. I think that it has a few problems that keep me from saying that I loved it completely. I half embraced the movie and I have my arms around it, but not completely. If you want to look at it in terms of metals, I mean, Superman Prime 1 million after he sun dips is gold, and Superman Silver Age, obviously that's silver, and gold, silver, I mean, silver is traditionally the second place in an Olympic medal. It's a really good movie, but not quite great. Get to Man of Steel Golden Age. This is my third highest rating. I basically took inspiration from this one from the Golden Age in the comics of Superman. It's one of the earlier eras of Superman. This is a Superman that was a little bit more limited than the Superman that we widely have seen for the last 80 years. This is a Superman that doesn't necessarily have all the abilities that we're used to seeing him have. This Superman was more known for leaping tall buildings in a single bound. Like, I'm talking about early era Superman. This is my rating for films that are just above average. I think that it's a good, solid movie. It's watchable, definitely entertaining in some aspects. It's a movie that definitely has flaws where I lean towards more it's kind of aight and it's just okay, instead of saying that it's really good, but it is still a movie I would recommend. Next, we come up to my average rating, which is Fortress of Solitude. If you don't know what Fortress of Solitude is, Fortress of Solitude is obviously Superman's hideout. It's his lair. It's his home away from home. A lot of really interesting artifacts and technology that he keeps in there. Fortress of Solitude for me is exactly where I place all the average movies that I see. These are movies that are flawed equally, like it has a lot of good, it has a lot of bad, and I can't really decide on how it makes me feel. Movies that might have some entertainment value, and they're not movies that I hate, but they're just movies that I can't find myself feeling anything about, and so I leave them in the Fortress of Solitude because they're just really mad to me. Next we have Smallville. Now, I know a lot of people think that for some reason I'm referring to Smallville, the TV show. I'm not. I'm just referring to Smallville, the place where Superman grew up. Just a fun piece of Superman lore that I attribute to films that are guilty pleasures, or movies that are bad, but they're good in some kind of way. So bad that they're good, or maybe they're bad, but they have enough good things about it that I can say, it's somewhat entertaining. Second to last rating is Kryptonite. This is basically a bad movie. I'm telling you, do not watch this movie. It's bad. It has very little redeeming qualities. Obviously, Kryptonite is something that hurts Superman, and it can kill him the longer he's exposed to it. This is a movie that is bad and probably gets worse the more you think about it, the more that you see it. It's a movie that I would probably say wait for Redbox, or wait until you get it digital streaming or whatever. Like, I would probably say this is where that type of movie exists. Last but not least, my last rating, my absolute worst rating for this channel is A Quest for Peace, and yes, this is referring to Superman 4, A Quest for Peace, which came out in 1987. This is hands down my least favorite Superman movie of all time. I hate this movie. I hate pretty much everything about it. The only thing I like about it is Christopher Reeve, because Christopher Reeve is great as Superman. But as a movie, I just feel like from a filmmaking standpoint, from a technical and aesthetic standpoint, from a writing standpoint, everything, it's awful. It's just one of the worst things I've ever seen in my life. It applies to the movies that I feel like are really shit. Like complete and utter shit. They're garbage, they're trash, booty juice, whatever you want to call it. These are the movies that I can't even recommend that you watch for free. In fact, I would recommend that your life be better if you stay away from these movies altogether. Don't wait for it on digital. Don't wait for it on Redbox. Just wait for it. Wait for it till you get old and then you die. And then when you get up to heaven, you can ask God if he saw it. And these are movies that I would much rather not even do videos on, because I get stressed and my blood pressure gets up, and I don't like that. Guys, those are my ratings for all the movies that I talk about on this channel. You got Superman Prime, which is awesome. You got Man of Steel Silver Age, good, not quite great. Man of Steel Golden Age, which is solid, decent, watchable. You got Fortress of Solitude, which is, it's average, it's meh, it's aight. Smallville, which is guilty pleasure, it's watchably bad. You got Kryptonite, which is, it's bad, you might as well wait for it until it's streaming. You got Quest for Peace, which is an utter piece of garbage that you will become, you'll lose brain cells watching, most likely. So either way, guys, that's my rating system explained. I hope you guys enjoyed it, and again, leave your video requests in the comment section below, and I'll get to them as soon as I can. Thank you guys for helping me get to 900 subs. I really appreciate you all. Stay tuned for more videos. If you like what you see, tell me how you feel, and stay tuned to hear more from the Man of Steel. Peace.